Another Garage Cast episode.
Yep.
Right
here in the office again. Another day.
We
took a week off. It was a much needed week.
Busy scheduling.
A lot of personal stuff going around. We had to adjust some stuff. There's some recordings for a band that we're currently working on. So, we try to take advantage of the days, but we've been working hard for 3 years, and to take a week off, it kind of felt weird. I was like, shit.
Yeah, it did feel awkward.
I got to get back in the office, But
get back in routine. Yeah. Today's another good episode. Today we got, hopefully I can say it correctly. Is it Luxe Microestates?
Yep, Luxe Microestates.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And it's John and Max?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you present yourself for the people of GarageCast?
Yeah, so I'm John. I met Max a little while ago, about 2 years ago. And we've been working in real estate for about 2.5 years now together. And about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we ended up opening up our own tiny home company together. And we've just been in real estate since then.
Yeah. We have a background with being agents and also fixing and flipping properties here in California, but it's been a blast so far. Yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Actually, you want to take that story?
Yeah. So I actually met John door knocking as an agent to list his dad's property, and I actually talked to his dad first, and then he introduced us, and we started. Basically we teamed up, and the rest is pretty much history.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like as soon as you guys met each other, talk, pretty much just made that connection of that business connection,
It was instant. At first we were doing we both were realtors, so we were doing the whole realtor thing for a while, but it was kind of there was too many people doing it at that time, and we kind of didn't like dealing with clients in that way, so we ended up just doing the whole tiny home business.
I think for us, the primary goal was to provide as much value as possible. And I think for us, we really like creating our own industry and creating a niche. Because, there's so many real estate agents, and I'm not knocking them. My mom and my dad are realtors. A lot of our close friends and family are realtors too. But we really wanted to provide a lot of purpose to our community. So it wasn't just business too, it was personal. I really, really liked him when I first met him. It was a great, great relationship. We would go out all the time, and yeah.
And tiny homes is something new, no?
Oh, yeah.
Very new.
And you could just buy them and put them wherever, or how does that work?
Well, I mean, you can buy them and put them wherever, and most of our clients actually do. But we found a way to get around the whole permitting stuff. We're basically putting them on trailers and then registering the trailers with the DMV as a travel trailer. So it's like having a travel trailer in your own property. It's the same exact thing.
And it's really great because not a lot of people know, but a lot of the code and zoning for a lot of cities in the state of California primarily, there's really no permits required to run RV hookups. So you can run sewage, water, electrical, as long as it's an RV hookup. And a lot of that doesn't really need to be permitted or inspected. So it's a really great thing. We brought it to the market, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, almost 2 years ago,
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And how important is marketing?
Marketing is
crazy,
huge because you can have the best. I mean, you could have gold, gold in a glass, and it's not really going to sell unless you get it out there and you have people seeing what they're really buying and getting exposure in the market. So marketing for us is huge. We like to be pretty much everywhere, anywhere we can, and just letting people know about the value that we provide. So
social media and all that too.
Yeah, we're doing Facebook, OfferUp. We're putting banners everywhere. We're actually expanding to Hawaii also. So a lot of meta ads.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And especially here in California, where there's such a big housing shortage, it's just a huge crisis that we're in. So we primarily got into this just to provide more value to people. Mm-hmm. So,
and then I guess they used to be more strict with permits and adding more structures to your homes.
Yeah, they're getting a lot better, like SB 9 in California, basically for multifamily zoning and for a lot of properties with large enough parcel size, allow you basically to start doing new development. But that's not, I wouldn't really say that that's doable for most people that really want to get started and getting into real estate, and also the purpose being financial freedom, right? Mm-hmm. We all want to be free at the end of the day. So that's just not doable for a lot of folks. And the financial literacy and education really isn't out there unless you're really seeking it or finding a mentor. So, yeah.
And what are the first steps to take in procedures and all that?
So the with our company, at least, we work off of just a deposit basis. We can really only produce currently about 50 homes per month, but we're expanding with more factories. So little by little, we're going to be able to boost that number up. But every month, we only have a couple spaces. They fill out really, really quick. I mean, before really even the first quarter of the month, we probably have about 6 or 7 spaces left. So, but that basically starts the process with us. We have an onboarding process. It's a $900 deposit, counts towards your purchase of your home. What that includes is basically just an entire onboarding process being a site survey. So we'll actually send out an inspector to survey the entire property, the entrance of the house, looking at hookups, how much it's going to cost. They'll produce a separate survey, and then we'll have an agent actually do a webinar, and they'll do all the selections for the home. Then we'll build it out, we'll collect payment, and then we get started building it. Yeah.
And how is it looking for who's gonna build your guys' homes and all that?
We have a crew. We have a few crews of installers that go out and set up for clients. We're actually trying to find a crew of installers right now in Hawaii because we're expanding out there. But yeah, we have a few different crews.
There's
that
a man right there. Send his ass to the
no,
White House. We don't need him here.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of him.
We're trying to get rid of him.
Oh man. No, but yeah, we have a few different crews that they just go out and set up these homes.
Yeah.
And it's pretty quick too. It's only like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
to set them up. Yeah.
The budget is so small. I mean, here in California, really just anywhere, you're looking at a standard of at least $250 per square foot for a brand new build on a house. I mean, with us, you can get started for a 400 square foot house, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and you can finish everything for under $60K. And that's unheard of.
Yeah, probably closer to 50. It's cheap.
Yeah. And then one just looks for their land to put it, or?
You mainly want to find a single family home. That's what we do also on the side is we buy just regular houses around 400,000 to 500,000, and then we actually place 1 or 2 tiny homes in the back, and then we cash flow it, pays for our mortgage, and then also pays us out after the mortgage too. So it's a way to house hack. So if you want to with your FHA buy a house and then throw 2 tiny homes in the back, it could pay for the mortgage, so you're living for free.
And also, I mean, you don't really have to look for it yourself. A lot of our deposit process, if you haven't found a parcel and you place a deposit with our company, we actually have a preferred realtor. So they'll look for lots and houses for you to do this same thing. So, yeah.
Let's say someone already has a piece of land. Mm-hmm. Is it more simple that way then? Just buying.
It's honestly a lot easier if you have your own an actual house that's already set up. You already have all the utilities running there, because if you only have a piece of land, then you have to run all the utilities, get all the permits for that. So it's a lot easier just to buy even a fixer upper, and then you have all everything. You have your either septic or your sewer, you have your water, electric, and you just tap into the front house.
And it's even better for first-time home buyers. A lot of our programs run for FHA clients. So, obviously you have a really, really low down, 3.5 or 5% down, depending on the program you're going with. Those are really, really great to get started with, because at the end of the day, it's really going to help you to leverage as much as you can for what you're buying. And instead of, we've heard it a million times in real estate, buying a house isn't really an investment just because it's such a large expense and everything that goes into it, that you can actually make your home purchase an actual investment by getting renters on it. So.
Because I was thinking a bunch of tiny homes right there, my father-in-law's property.
Seriously.
4 of them?
He's got a bunch of empty land in the back.
Really?
Literally.
If he has hookups, if he has utilities there, I mean, might as well.
Does already.
Really? Yeah, you should just throw some on there.
He just built something for his son who became a Marine, and then and he's got a bunch of land in the back. Extra. Really? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would do it. And then we even have a trailer chassis too. So they come in on trailers and then they just open up like that. And then if you want, you could move them out after. And then we have solar also, so you don't necessarily need electric. You could just run completely off solar.
And you'll even get a federal tax rebate too. So yeah, I think it's $5,000. For the tax rebate.
With ours, yeah.
If it's at your personal residence.
5,000-6,000, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you guys have mentors, or how do you guys?
I mean, for myself, I would really say a lot of my family really started me into the real estate industry. Obviously, having my parents being realtors, I grew up door knocking. I grew up, researching the market, looking into fix and flip and stuff like that. But I particularly did have a mentor myself. I took a course. He showed me creative finance, and I would say if you want to get started, the best way to do it is to have a mentor, someone that's going to show you how to do it and really walk you through everything.
Guide you.
There's so many small details and things that you have to look out for that you need someone that has experience on your team and someone that's going to walk you through it. So, and we're starting to do that ourselves. So,
yeah, mentoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How important is networking?
It's huge.
Yeah, it's everything. Yep.
It's huge. It's everything that built our business, honestly. We really started by finding different manufacturers throughout China that built a lot of steel, aluminum alloy builds, but they have practically no building codes. So there's a lot of hurdles that we had to go through, a lot of different factories. We had to go back and forth to make sure that these houses meet U.S. standard. So that's a little bit more about how we got started. We're going back out to China soon, probably by the end of the year. So
yeah, next few months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, what I'm looking at is, you guys are probably the only, guys that are doing this right here.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely we did start it. We did start it, but there are people that because we basically sell our base model units to other resellers.
Okay.
And now they're starting to resell it at the same price as us. So we have like a A model and a B model. We only sell A to our customers, but we sell our B models, which is more of like the shell of the actual tiny home, to our resellers, and now they're starting to sell it to everyone else.
More like a core.
Yeah. So it's our like the Chinese ones that we found the company, and they basically started making the Chinese ones. Those we sell to the resellers.
And we have a lot of investor clients like that we sell in bulk too. But I really wouldn't advise to our clients and anyone watching to really purchase that, because it's not going to work long term for their investment. So.
And like right now, when you guys said you're going to go back to China, do you guys like pre-plan meetings with people? It's not like just going to China and
with our manufacturing facility. Yeah.
So it's all pre-coordinated with the owners of the factory, the owners of the company, and they kind of, they bring us in, and we have really just a whole walkthrough on things that we can change and innovate. We've gone through 3 different gens.
Yeah.
So it's a work in progress at the end of the day, but we definitely are striving to create the most quality at the most affordable price. Mm-hmm. And not only that, we also provide financing for our clients. So you can come in with zero down, and you can leverage your credit to actually purchase the home, work on the construction, the shipping, pretty much everything that you need, and get it all finished with just your credit score.
My wife had a question. She said with school loans, like for nursing, does that affect with the financing, like tiny homes?
It may. So what I advise, at the end of the day, it's going to be depending on your credit. So you want to make sure that you don't really have any derogatory marks like late payments, collections, stuff like that. No BK within the past 5 years. And then if you have a relatively low utilization rate, it'll be pretty good. We have about 7 or 8 different lenders that do unsecured loans, meaning there's no security for it. You don't have to back it with property or money of your own to put it up, but you do have to have a good standing with your credit score. We require at least the 650 credit score, and we recommend that the purchaser has a cosigner.
Yeah, but we also offer HELOCs. HELOCs also in-house financing. So really, the customer just comes to us, and we figure it out for them.
Exactly.
We try to
see what works best.
So there's pretty much different routes the customer.
Yeah,
exactly.
We have so many different routes.
We're not just advertising a product, a home, to basically be sold to, hey, if you have the cash and you want to buy it, then you can take it. Our approach is really more about also even mentoring our clients. We try to ask questions to see what their goal is, whether they want to rent it. We have a lot of care homes, people that want to house hack, starting families that can't really afford to purchase a home. Maybe they don't have tax returns or stuff like that. So it's a little bit different for every scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So depending the person and everything, and then
yeah, depending the person for sure.
Where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years? I know it's like a played out question, but
no, I mean it's a good question.
Yeah,
I mean from the start, I've always wanted to set up housing for people in Mexico or areas that don't really have a lot for themselves, like families that don't really have housing and stuff. Because I come from a background where my mom, she grew up in Nicaragua, and I used to visit every single year. So I used to see people that didn't have housing at all. So my vision has always been, and we've talked about this a lot, that we want to help people that don't have housing. So we're trying to build this business to eventually give back to families that don't have anything.
That's right.
I think our 5-year goal would really just be to scale as much as possible to expand to all the markets throughout the U.S. We can ship to every state in the U.S. and multiple countries as well, which we have. But we really want to scale to get our marketing out there and to get our faces out there and for people to know who we are and what we do. So for us, at the end of the day, I think, nonprofits, just charity in general, and also expanding are real goals.
What about something like Shark Tank? Was that something?
Yeah,
Shark Tank is Shark Tank.
I don't know
good.
why I can see you guys on Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Yeah,
would
I mean that'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
we would definitely
You
love
guys
to
are
do
well
something like
spoken
that.
and everything, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I
If I
think that
had
would
the
be
money, I
great.
would drop 10 houses right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we
no,
can drop maybe one.
Yeah, you already got the land.
Yeah.
Right now, maybe we can get maybe
You
a
have
door. We can buy a door.
You got a good start.
Damn.
Shit.
You got the down payment.
It sounds
right
like you're ready for a deposit. Yeah.
Where's the other half?
It's what we're behind on the rent.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
oh, there it is.
He's
There
like,
it
we're
is.
missing some.
There it is. So we'll talk after the podcast. We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we
Damn.
got.
He's like, I'm gonna place the deposit.
But I mean, maybe we'll go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know?
Come
What was
with
your
us,
first
yeah.
experience in China?
Honestly, it's a lot different. They're booming. They're doing a lot of different stuff. Not to say that it would be legal here, but they're doing a lot of different stuff. So they're innovators. I really can't blame them for doing what they're doing at the cost that they do it. And at the end of the day, they're the reason that we can provide this product at the price we do. So
When you guys went on this side of the track with this product, were you guys a little afraid of going that route, or did you guys ever have
Like
second thoughts?
as far as what like
Beginning?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
the start?
the beginning, the
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, the start was like I remember we both had credit cards and we were like, let's do it, and it was a big chance that we took because we were interviewing a whole bunch of different manufacturing facilities and we ended up choosing one that we were both like, let's do it.
yeah,
But yeah, it was
we went all
for
in.
a few
Yeah.
months we were like, are we gonna get our product? Like, are they gonna make it correctly?
Yeah.
A whole bunch of different things were going on. So for 3 months we were stressing out.
There was a really big testing phase. We leveraged a lot of our credit, both personal and business wise, and so there's a lot on the line for us. But we took the leap, just like every other business owner out there. Not all of them do succeed, but we had a really good base, and I think it's attributed to our foundation. Just we were on solid ground. We had something good. We followed through with it. We didn't give up. So yeah, here we are.
And you guys set up a game plan, basically.
Yeah,
this is-
we did.
We had going in, we had an advanced business strategy for just our first year alone, and we also had a 5-year and 10-year plan. So going in, we had everything already thought about. All it really required was jumping in and taking action. That's it.
What do you think has been the hardest thing throughout the process?
Marketing.
Marketing.
marketing
Yeah,
is
that
the
is
number
true.
one.
Yeah, marketing. Yeah.
Because we had so much business, but at the end of the day, we knew that we were only tapping such a small portion of it. And here in our market, it's so huge. I mean, what is it in California? What's our population here? Is it 300 million people?
I
think
think
so,
so.
I think we're
yeah.
about-
probably a little bit more.
I think we have a little bit more than that.
Can we
but-
get that? Can we get that, Jamie?
Yeah, production. Yeah, Jamie. Jamie, can you pull it up? Please?
Jamie, you pull that up.
It's our favorite secretary.
He just starts playing some
Or like
crazy
Theo
shit.
Vaughn, just random question. Pull up a Danzig cat, please.
40 million.
40. We're a little
So
off.
I'm a little bit off, but yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I heard 33 million. That's where I blew that number up in my mind. Yeah, but
Yeah, but there's so many people here, especially like our generation. No one could afford houses, so we're trying to tell all of our friends: buy your first house, FHA, throw a couple tiny homes in the back. That'll pay your mortgage, and then you just house hack it, and then you buy your next house.
What does that mean for someone that doesn't know, like FHA?
So FHA,
Not saying I don't know,
it's
but
a first time
someone
home
who's
buyer.
listening or someone
Like
might
for
know.
example, you don't own a home you don't own a home right now, right? So
No,
you
rent.
still have your FHA available for you. So you could go and you could buy a house at super low down. It's 3.5% down. So for a $400,000 house, you're looking at like $30K with closing costs. Everything out the door, $30K to buy a house, and then you buy a couple tiny homes, and those will pay for your mortgage.
and we've done it for a lot of our clients that don't know what programs are available to them and how to qualify. Like for example, first time home buyer or an FHA loan. A lot of the time you're going to want to look at your credit, your debt to income ratio, how much you're going to have to come out of pocket, reserves. They're going to check your accounts. So stuff like that is important to know going in. Even if you come into our company and you speak with an agent, we train all of our employees and faculty to know, what to do in those events. So we basically mentor people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how many people do you have working with you guys? Is it just
We have a pretty how would I say, like a lenient crew, about 10 to 15 employees currently.
Because we have a lot of VAs that work out of the country also. Okay. We have people, sales representatives. We have people now in Hawaii. Yeah. So,
but total like contractors and other companies that work with us to associate transport, setup, delivery, crane services, stuff like that. I would say we're probably working with a crew of at least 100 people.
Yeah.
A lot of different people that go into it. So.
Yeah, because when the houses arrive in the port, we have to work. We have a flip facility that actually takes the homes out of the shipping containers. And then we have a drayage company that we work with that picks up the containers from the shipping yard, from Long Beach Port or any port. And we have tons of different people that we work with.
Well, we've had a lot of challenges also. I think number one being tariffs in this current political administration that we're in. It's horrible, but we really stood by that to make sure that we keep our prices as low as possible. We are going to be going through a very slight increase, but really just to account for overhead.
So we went from a 30% tariff for our specific
it's crazy.
To 105%. So say, for example, $10,000 product that you import, you're only paying 30%, and then all of a sudden you get hit with 105%. You're more than double. You're tripling it. Yeah. So it's
no
bad.
wonder why I was trying to order a car part too, and the shipping was like $300. The car part was $100.
The shipping was more than the car part.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like,
105%. It's literally more than we're paying for our actual product to our manufacturer. Yeah, it's bad.
It's crazy.
Hopefully it gets better.
Hopefully.
I think it will. It's just a difficult time. I think the current situation is it's a tariff war.
It's something new.
It's everybody, you know?
It's crazy, but we're still here, and we're going to plan to still be here for a long time. So
you just got to learn how to manage throughout what life throws at you, basically.
100%. And I think in a pivotal point in our business, a lot of it was covering for the overhead and still continuing to provide the product, irregardless of our basis, really.
And like it's a cringy saying, but it's pressure creates diamonds. So I was telling Max, I was like, it's a really hard time with us in the tariffs, but we're finding different ways to cut back on different little costs that we don't have to actually spend, because we have so many expenses going out of our account.
Oh yeah.
That we actually we're like, oh man, let's see what we're actually spending our money on, and we were able to cut back on a whole bunch of different things that we didn't even need to spend on in the first place, and then find different ways to be more efficient with our money spending.
Yeah.
How is taxes for?
You gotta look out for taxes. You have to definitely, being a business owner and starting your business, that's the first thing you have to account for. You have to create separate accounts, get a good tax attorney, a good representation, because we don't know about taxes, but we definitely have a company that represents us and helps us structure everything. So you got to keep on top of it. Don't run from taxes.
If we buy a G-Wagon, we could write off the whole thing. That's all we know.
As long as it's over 6,000 pounds, then it's a write-off for us. So.
Over 6,000?
Over 6,000 pounds,
IRS tax code, which there's some things that we know, but a lot of the time we're coached through it. Like, hey,
just looking at that fine print, huh?
Yeah,
100%.
Same for a lot of YouTubers. That as long as they put it on the camera, they're good.
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
A car.
Watches,
so like even
cars,
even our cars that we got, we need to put our logos on them, and then
tax write-off.
Yeah, exactly.
We're really pushing our personal brand as well. Not only our homes and our company that we produce, the houses that we produce, but also ourselves as a brand. So watches, cars, things that we buy, they all pretty much have a purpose in propagating, more views, more eyes, and that's what it's all about.
It's whole material for the company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's all just extra attachments, for.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
do you guys sponsor teams or stuff like that?
Nothing
we haven't yet.
No.
We've looked at it. We really. Do you mean in terms of like charitable events?
Yeah.
We've looked into it. I know for us, the start is really building our own charitable event and building our own nonprofit. Me and him talked about one of our goals. In the next 2 or 3 years is to really create a housing project to go to Mexico and a lot of South America and do a lot of build outs for homes for families that are impoverished, can't afford to get a place, and at least just a roof over their heads. So.
Yeah, exactly.
How was taking the choice on going to Hawaii after?
Great. I mean, for us, at the end of the day, it's part of our plan, so we're dead set on it. irregardless of the setbacks, we're just going to continue to keep pushing it.
Well, who took the decision? My bad.
It was John. John had a connection in Hawaii.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends in Hawaii. So I have a specific friend. Her name's Kayla, and she's a lender. So she works with a lot of loans and all this stuff. So she has kind of the same background as us. We were realtors, but she basically has a whole bunch of connections with people that can and will buy tiny homes.
Yeah.
So we want to expand out there, and then I guess they have a really big housing shortage out there. So we're gonna help a lot with that.
Yeah.
But she told us, and we were like, dude, let's do it.
Man.
Yeah.
What about I know you guys have said that you guys have Hawaii, and you guys have done different, other states. You guys plan on expanding, but establishing something in other different states.
Yeah. Nevada's next after that.
Yeah, because some of these states, like I don't know, maybe Montana. They have a house every 3 miles.
Yeah,
imagine stacking some of those homes.
Yeah.
You been to Montana?
Yeah, a couple times.
I heard that Montana's beautiful.
These states that have a house like every mile.
I know what you mean.
Oregon, seriously, yeah.
That's
in Oregon, a bunch of tiny homes fit over there. Let me tell you guys.
Texas
seriously. And the good thing is the travel trailer that we made, it's the best for these because you could buy a property and say if you ever sell it, you could just pack up the tiny home and then take it to your next property. Yeah. So it's not stuck at like one specific place.
Let's say someone from Oregon is listening and wants a tiny home out there. Is that possible?
Yeah, reach out to us. We've shipped all over the country.
Yeah, all 50 states.
Yeah. But it's just for us really setting up an actual physical location and show home. But we ship everywhere. We have before, so. If you're living in Florida and you're listening, or you're living in Oregon or Washington or something like that, reach out to us and we'll make sure to take good care of you.
Yeah.
Because I have a cousin that works over there, and they have basically trailers. The boss basically that owns the whole land for the workers, and he would probably get tiny homes out there. That'd probably be
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
even financed them.
If you're listening, we can help you
He has a
out.
lot of property.
Yeah, he has a bunch of property and all the workers live out there.
Really?
Nice.
Stacking homes.
That's perfect.
There's a lot of investors that we work with because a lot of our backing is in creative finance and then private finance. So we work with a lot of friends and family that lend money for real estate, but not related to tiny homes or affordable housing. But there's a lot of them that now are looking at doing Airbnb complexes and build outs. And a lot of states other than California have really non-lenient building code. So it's a great start. It's a great start. I mean, you getting started and then inspectors and code and permits, inspections, it's a lot more simple to pass. So
we just say throw it on a trailer and you're good to go.
And it's actually really good that we started here because, we're one of the biggest economies in the world, literally. So for us, there's so much that goes into it. We have a background. I have a background in manufactured housing. So we understand Title 24 in the state of California for manufactured homes and installations. There's a lot that goes into it. And that's part of the back and forth that we did with a lot of these factories was making sure that we comply and then moving forward also adapting to new building code. So we own a decent portfolio out of state and we work with a lot of rentals and stuff like that. But here in California, at least, because we do manufactured housing and mobile home flips and property flips, you see some crazy shit. Excuse my language, but you see some crazy shit.
Yeah, where are you guys putting this? Like YouTube and stuff?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
and then we'll make a bunch of clips.
Cussing down.
Oh, no,
you're good.
Yeah, because we can start cussing after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
After 5 minutes, you can start cussing.
They only give you the first 5 minutes gap.
It used to be first 15 minutes, but now they're more lenient.
Okay. I mean, I've done probably over 30 or 40 manufactured home flips working in mobile home parks throughout California, Southern California, and Central. And I've worked with a lot of different managers and people, and you see some crazy stuff. For example, like one house, I bought a house where a woman hung herself on the front porch. Yeah. Another one, and a lot of my start, I had to do a lot of the construction, so I was doing like drywall, stud work, electrical stuff like that, roofing.
Oh, dude, the one that the guy he made a cave under the mobile home.
Oh my god,
that one was bad.
Oh yeah, so
he literally dug out a thing, and it was like 4 feet deep.
It was insane, and so in California, like in just any state, you have to put piers, pads, and anchors underneath a manufactured house. This guy literally. Like Shawshank Redemption with the spoon or whatever. He was a meth head and he was like a kleptomaniac. So he created a garage underneath his double wide mobile home and he took out all the piers and he put 4x4 like studs to hold up the house like pillars.
House was like levitating.
He's just an engineer.
Yeah, he's an engineer. I mean, he's
imagine he's put that Brenda work somewhere else.
He's an inventor, bro. Yeah, he's an inventor. He literally had a garage. It had lighting, electrical, a ton of stuff. So it was a.
He really wanted a basement.
Under
the mobile home,
and it was a foreclosure home. So when I bought it, there was so much stuff that I got. A lot of these houses, you know, when you purchase foreclosure, probate, stuff like that, you get so much stuff that gets left behind. But I literally had to split the home, lift it and move it off, and then backfill all the dirt, compress it, set all my piers and pads, and we have all the connections for people that do that for us. But it was just insane. Another house, there was it seems like it's always connected to a meth head or someone that's like an insane drug addict.
Kind of like that guy over
there. A pooker, someone that does pookie and stuff like that. Something crazy.
A boofer.
A boofer's a little bit different, yeah. But yeah, so these guys, I mean, one of them came by a house that I was doing. It was a flip. And I work with managers and mobile home park owners, people that own the entire park. So they already know going in what I'm doing for their park, you know, improving curb appeal, improving the overall sales price of the homes in the neighborhood. I'm basically lifting up the entire neighborhood and allowing people and my neighbors to sell their home for more money because they have a nicer community. Yeah. So I'll pick up all these auction homes and stuff like that. But one guy in particular, when I first started, was telling me that I couldn't throw away certain items from the home. He was just smoked out. And he's like, oh, but if you know, I won't say anything to the park management and the owner. And I'm like, oh, for sure, I already know them.
But I will.
But I won't. He's like, I won't say anything if you give me a job or you give me $50. And I'm like, yeah, dude, fuck off. You know, like I'm not gonna do that. I like politely told him to F off. And probably like a month, 2 months later, I had 3 or 4 flips going on in this park. The manager calls me and leaves me a voicemail because I'm busy dealing with a client. And I read my voicemail, and he goes, hey, he's an older gentleman, really great. His name's Jim. And he goes, hey, Max, give me a jingle. Let's just say that the problem you were having, you're not going to be having. And he sounded like a hitman. He's like, the problem you were having, you're not going to have anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So I call him back. So he calls me. I call him back up. I read the voicemail. I listened to the voicemail, and he goes, "Yeah, so that guy that was bothering you, he's not going to be bothering you anymore." And I go, "What happened?" He's like, "Yeah, he drove into the park, screaming, 'Help me!' squirting blood all over the windshield." And he was screaming, running up the road just like for like 50 feet, and then he fell over and just bled out everywhere. Dude, what the hell? Where does that happen? Apparently, and so I tried to buy. So he called me up. He had my numbers. I told him, hey, you know, if you know anybody in the community that wants to sell their house, I'll buy it for cash. I'll give them a great deal, what it's worth. I'll do the walkthrough, and then we can shake hands and call it a deal. He calls me up, tries to get me to buy one of his mistress's houses in like a local park, like a mile down the road. And he had a wife. I met the wife. I met everyone in his family and stuff like that. And he knows that I know this. I go there. I talk with the management at the park, and they say, no, that house is going through a lien sale. It's going through foreclosure. You can't buy it. And they try to collect money from me and basically steal like $13,000 I was going to buy the house for. Long story short, they said that it was a scooter that slit open his throat while he was driving, but he was like with all these transients and drug users and houses, and he was a sketchy guy. He would like press issue when he didn't have the right to, and you knew someone's going to say something to him. So I think someone stabbed him in the neck, like right down the road, and he drove home thinking he's going to get help. That's the only thing that you know. It's like, hey, drive to my family. Let's see if they can help me. So
that's crazy.
Shit is crazy. And then another house, I cleaned up the remains of a woman that died in a trailer, and her body was imprinted in the mattress.
She had been there for days, probably.
Been there for days, and I was confused because generally there's like a biohazard crew that comes in and does cleanup for a lot of these houses. Some of them not. It was an auction home, so maybe that's why. I'm not really sure, but I was cleaning up like decayed remains. They took the body, but her like body decayed in the bed, and you could see like her like body print.
That's crazy.
It was insane. Another lady I had in Ohio. I have a rental in Ohio. One rental. I have a portfolio a lot of different places, but she she's a con artist, like pros. So when you get into real estate and you deal with a lot of rentals, asset protection is super important. So you want to protect your interest and remain anonymous as possible, have umbrella insurance, H&O insurance, stuff like that if you're a business owner. But she is a pro, and she fell through the floor. And then,
dude, it was so staged.
And then the fire department gets there, and I see photos, and there's obvious saw marks through the kitchen floor. And she's like standing there, like staged in the photo, like she's fallen through the dirt.
Someone was taking a video of them too, and they're like, help me! And
it's all staged bullshit. And so it's crazy. But you see a lot of different stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. And then when you're dealing with out of state stuff, if you don't have a strong team, you're gonna get scammed a couple times. So having liquid and having backing to account for those things that happen is a given.
We get scammed all the time. Like all literally, dude, our we work with a solar company, and we ended up buying so bad. We ended up buying for personal use some like the electric battery packs,
inverters and
stuff.
Okay, yeah.
We bought like the nicest ones, right? And it had the actual satellite battery on top and everything.
There were Zendiers, so if Zendiers listening, definitely reach out to us and help us out.
So basically, we bought the products, and they never worked for both of us. We spent, what, $10,000?
Yeah, like $10,000.
$5,000 each on these like really nice battery packs. And we call the solar company back, and they're like, oh, well, we bought those secondhand, so we can't really do anything about it. And we're like, what do you mean you bought them secondhand? Like, you told us that you were just going to give us a really good deal on it. But they actually bought it as a Costco return and didn't even tell us.
Yeah.
And then now they're telling us, oh, we can't give you any sort of money back. So we never used the product at all. Damn. And we just paid $10,000 for nothing. So, like, stuff like that happens all the time. That's just the most recent one.
It's really aggravating because people are out to make a quick dollar instead of really just setting something up for the future. And then we call him back, and he's like, oh, well, he tells us later, oh, those were already damaged units, and we bought them and resold them to you.
Yeah, and we're like, we didn't know that.
We can't do anything because we're not the original manufacturer.
A lot of times it's a blessing in disguise because we were working with them with our own clients for our solar packages they were our distributors for solar, but we like cut off like complete ties with them. We're like, we need to go with someone else.
Yeah, they're shady feeling.
Yeah, if they're screwing us over, they're gonna try and screw our clients over, and we don't want to deal with that. So we went with someone else. Yeah.
And they were out of state?
No, they were
in state.
Here in California. Yeah. Okay. So they were importing all these products from out of the country, and then they were reselling it to us, and we were selling that to our customers. So they were our first solar company that we worked with. But since then, we've
set up our own. Yeah, we've set up our own company actually because we're actually importing a lot of these batteries, a lot of these solar panels, inverters, stuff like that. We're just doing it ourselves now. Yeah. The same thing that we did with the affordable housing and the houses that we offer, we do now with our solar. So we actually stand by our product. We're not going to have a reseller that's going to rip us off. It's important to look out for those details. And then, when that does happen, you have to cover it. You just have to cover it, and you have to make sure
that's another thing. Yeah, we cover a lot of stuff because we'll work with, we have so much business that we'll try and contract other crews. Like, hey, come and install our tiny homes for us. But then we'll pay them, and they won't actually get the full job done. So they'll do trenching, for example, and they'll leave all the dirt there. Yeah. So we're stuck with the bill a lot of the times, but we want to provide the best value to our clients. So we just take the bill, deal with it, and then, find better people next time. Yeah.
It's what's it called? Trial and error?
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Yeah, it's just trial and error. Just moving forward and just finding better people, better companies. That's it.
Yeah. So how many times do you guys think you've got scammed? Over 10 times?
Myself,
Easy?
I know with him included, probably like over 20.
Yeah.
Like over 20 times. Yeah. It happens. Like most people stop after the first time. They're like, that's why I don't do this anymore. But
because we do it so much, like we're able to make money from other things because we try so many different things.
Yeah. But in the long run, all those companies that did that to you guys, probably right now like shit, we shot ourselves in the foot,
Yeah, because we have so much business we could have offered them. Yeah.
I mean, I literally called this distributor up and I said, you know what? I would love to continue doing my next 15, 20 solar packages with you, but I'm just going to pass. because you gave me such a shitty experience with the product I bought personally.
For personal, yeah.
And I'm not going to include my clients in that. So we test a lot of these things out for ourselves first before we move forward. We lose the money personally, and then we find a better company that can actually deliver and do it.
And then working a business, is it Monday through Friday, or is it 24/7?
Yeah, literally 24/7.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking, so around the world in China, you know, time-wise, they're waking up by the time we're going to sleep. So for us, we're up at night at 2, 3 a.m. talking with our manufacturer and setting standards out and details and going through all this kind of stuff. So
it's nonstop. It's crazy. Yeah. Like even now, for example, we've been working since what time? I picked them up at 8 in the morning, and we're doing stuff for one of our rental properties in Yucaipa. And we were there the whole day setting stuff up for different things, and we were on the phones with clients, and so and it's what time right now?
It's
3 in the morning right now.
It's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. We're still going. Yeah.
No, it's 3 a.m.
He's in a different time zone, so
he's in China.
Yeah,
it's China.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow already, or today. It's today.
Yeah, no, but it's nonstop. It's crazy, but it's a blessing because we have business.
Yeah, and then. Also, like, you know, there's so many business owners that push, especially gurus and mentors and people that say, oh, you can do it, you know, all automated and you can have people do it for you. But you need to show up every now and then to make sure things are getting done the right way. Otherwise, you're going to be losing a massive amount of money for a while, and not everyone can afford that. So telling people...
Yeah, we've had a lot of people, like, drain our business at the beginning. We were working with a contractor that was like, he was basically saying he was doing things that he wasn't, and we were paying him tons of money. So, like, you need to actually be there in each aspect of your business to make sure that the people that are doing what they're supposed to are actually doing it. Like, for example, our VAs that we have in Colombia and
Mexico,
Philippines, like, sometimes we step away for a month and then we look back, we're like, whoa, you haven't done anything.
What's going on here?
Yeah, you need to get back on it. So, you need to check constantly how people are doing and what they're doing.
Yeah, and then in our industry too, because this is not the only business that we own. There's about 5 different businesses that we do own, and so it's just about time management. It's about, you know, really advocating for how would I say this? What's the word for it? When you outsource, you have to outsource to different people and trusted vendors and people that can do stuff for you, but you have to check in.
Yeah.
Trust is a big thing, though. Finding that person that you really trust.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
Then you take care of them. When you find them, you take care of them, and you make sure that they're paid properly. They get the best wage. You do bonuses. It's about taking care of those people. So even if, I mean, you could take advantage of someone, anybody could, and just say, okay, well, I'm going to pay you the standing rate. You know, maybe you've been doing this for 2-3 years and you've done excellent business, but that's not really going to say anything. You want to take care of those people and give them a bonus if they hit a certain quota or they continue to do that work because you've had no problems. At the end of the day, it's an investment because you're going to save money in the long run just paying people the standard rate and going through 4 or 5 different people that are going to fuck up the job, and you want to stay with that one person that does it good always.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Because those losing those little amounts of money add up. You know, they're screwing you up a little bit in every portfolio.
A little leak becomes a pond, and the pond becomes a lake, and then it's a freaking ocean.
Yeah.
Before you realize it.
Hey.
I don't know how to swim. Oh, sensitive topic?
You know how to swim? You don't know how to swim?
I do, he doesn't.
Shit. That's a sensitive topic right there.
That's why he said, hey, chill.
Yeah, that's... We got to work on that one.
Well, I can swim. I can't float. So just throw me back. I can't stop.
I got my floaties all time.
You gotta keep paddling, keep moving, keep paddling, rowing, whatever.
Any tips, you know, on new business owners that are trying to start a business or already have a business? But
just do it. You just got to do it. That's the main thing for us. Because at first we're like, this is such a big risk. Like, are we willing to put up our credit cards to try and start this business? And thankfully we were able to, you know, make a successful business. We made, you know, a couple $1 million. And, but that wouldn't have happened if we didn't just start. You just got to start. Like you guys started the whole podcast stuff. Like, you just got to go for it.
There's so many people that say, you know, I want to start a podcast. I want to do this. But they spend so much time looking at, what kind of equipment do I need? What do I buy? Who am I gonna reach out to? What are my subjects gonna be about? And they waste all this time thinking about what ifs instead of just doing
like
it and learning from what they do and mess up. That's really all it's about. And then also, if you can, I would always advise to get a mentor. Like, so that's the number one. You want to find someone that's already done it, built another business, done this or that, and they can advise you on what to look out for. They can advise you on the hard seasons of life as a business owner and just tell you, hey, look, this is just, I think one of my favorite examples is from Jim Rohn, which is a motivational speaker, I think trained by, one of his mentors was like Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, people that wrote Think and Grow Rich, things like that. And you want to reach out to people like that because they understand the market. They know what they're doing. Tony Robbins is amazing. I always watched his stuff growing up. And I can thank my mom for that because she always instilled in me like a positive attitude that throughout whatever season you're going in life, you're never supposed to be a victim. Ever, because we know tons of people that are victims.
Just victim mentality.
I'm so sad.
Someone else's fault.
I'm so sorry. This is the worst. I'm just having a really bad time, because we're all living our own battle. But how can you afford to help other people if you're always thinking about, oh well, I'm hurt, or I'm in this position? You can't do anything
because of someone else. I'm in this position because this person did this to me. It's like, okay, great, just figure it out. You know?
And then surprisingly and unfortunately, a lot of America is in that position. A lot of that is on, hey, I can't help myself, so I need someone else to come in and help me, but without me contributing anything, no, not even energy. And you can't do that in life. You have to go after what you think is valuable, and just pursue that.
Do you guys believe in manifesting, or do you guys think it's?
Yeah, we're both Christians, so I think our biggest thing is like just believing in God. We pray a lot, and faith is the biggest thing.
Because you have to have a spiritual relationship with God to know that you have a good grounding. You like there's a really good you know what, I don't want to mess this up. I'm not the best in terms of biblical quoting, but there's definitely a story from the Bible, and it's a universal story in terms of not building your home on the proper foundation. There's a man that built his home on a large rock. He chiseled it away forever. And there's a man who built his house near the river or the bank on sand. And he built his house a lot faster. It came up, it was there, it was done. But when a flood came, it was washed away. The man who built his house on a rock and worked diligently, he worked hard, and he knew what his intention was for the long term. His house stood there, and it was never knocked down. It was never collapsed.
Yeah, and good things take a while. A lot of people just want to get rich quick. It's like, it doesn't happen like that.
Our backing didn't happen overnight. It was a series of 5-6 years. Some people have to go 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, so, for us, for me personally, I was like, finally, I've been working at this for years, and finally I found something that stuck. Because I went through tons of businesses that are like...
And he used to work at FedEx.
Yeah, I got my bachelor's at Cal Baptist University. Then I went to the Angels Stadium. I worked video production for the Angels baseball team. And then after that, I was like, I need to pay back my student loans. So that's how I went to Max. I was like, hey, what do you think? I have a rental property, but I'm not cash flowing or anything. And we both came up with the tiny home thing. We're like, let's just do the whole tiny home thing, and then you can pay back your student loans. And that's basically how it all started.
Yeah, and I'm a college dropout. I never had a formal education. I started, but I never finished. And I used to work at a rubber factory. So for myself, I knew I didn't want to keep doing that. I worked night shifts, and I went through a lot of different odd jobs and different positions. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want that to be my story. So we changed it.
Yeah,
that's all it's about.
That's
Everyone
funny.
has a story.
You should tell them about the Mexico story. We basically brought up our old careers, and because we got pulled over, I have a nice truck. We got pulled over in Mexico in Rosarito, and the guy was like, he's like, we know you have money, and I was like, no, it's my parents' truck. Blah blah. I don't have any money, and then. We were like, he was like, oh, I work at the rubber factory. And I told him that I'm a photographer.
We don't have any money.
And I had just opened up a Navy Federal bank account with $5 in it. So he's like, no, tienes dinero.
We're showing him the account. Like, hey, we don't have any money.
All I have is $5. I can't take anything out.
You're like, I'm overdrafted.
We're like wearing jewelry. We're taking it off. We're like staging everything as we're getting pulled over. We're like, okay, here's the story.
Yeah, so, that was funny.
This is a good one. Yeah.
So
Mexico's a little hard out there.
Watch out when you go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Any third world country. You want to make sure that
Yeah, it's sketchy just driving out there with the nice truck out there.
Dude. Oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, they'll take the whole vehicle.
I think I parked my Mercedes at the parking facility?
Which one?
Outside the gate? Which Mercedes?
Which Mercedes? Nice. That's a good problem to have. That's a great problem. Which Mercedes?
Which one? That one or the other one?
The other one.
No, yeah, you did,
but working hard for it because you guys went through the exactly.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's 24/7, like you guys said.
Yeah. But I enjoy it way more than where I used to work, FedEx, and then after that, the Angel Stadium. It's way better. The stress, owning your own business.
Yeah, the stress of like just figuring everything out and having like a massive overhead and having to train people and feeling like you never have time. But the truth is that the time comes from you setting it aside and sacrificing your sleep, sacrificing your schedule, your relationships. It's huge. And I think also the biggest part about it coming from a man's perspective is choosing a partner to tell, hey, you know what? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But this is my schedule. This is what I'm going to adhere to. And this is what I'm going to do. And you're not going to tell me anything about that. Being empathetic and understanding their point of view and communicating it, but also setting your boundary and your standard to say, look, this is my sacrifice. I'm not gonna give anything else up for it.
Because they can hold someone back. They could
definitely hold someone back. We got friends that they have girls that just hold them back from everything.
That's one of the number one things that I can see for men, especially, is that the partner that they choose, if they're not aligned with their goals and what they want to do in life, they're gonna allow their partner to control their life.
Yeah. It's not gonna work. You need that extra.
You need someone that understands that
and
you're going to be
vice
gone.
versa, so maybe you have that partner where she's the one that pushes you and
does everything.
You want to keep
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you want.
Keep grinding more.
You got to keep that. You can't lose that.
And thankfully, we got girls that take care of us.
Same way. We're already married, so
nice. Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna get married next year, so
that's
you got any good wedding venues? Let me know.
Congrats.
Yeah, he had a kid a little while ago.
There's a couple right there in Redlands that maybe we'll talk about it after
let's talk about it later.
This guy owns Redlands right here.
I know.
Nice.
I've seen you in Redlands before.
Yeah?
He works for the city.
Oh, really? He's like, I'm code enforcement.
Don't show up to one of my properties, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Just if you do, just call me first.
Yeah. No, we don't really like code enforcement.
Yeah, you guys throw a party there in Redlands with code enforcement, just
let them know.
Shoot me a call.
Oh, nice.
Wait, you're actually code enforcement?
Nah.
No, shit. But I'm telling you, he's connected.
I can't talk about it.
Yeah, he's connected.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It's conflict of interest.
We need to buy more properties in Redlands then.
But just to say it shortly, he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
We'll clip that.
Well, it was a great podcast. Let's see if you guys can come for a part 2.
Oh yeah, sure.
Or you know what? Whenever you guys are, and maybe we'll go do a podcast in the tiny home
would be great.
Before you guys even.
We can do that. Yeah.
And
Mentone right there. Yeah, we have one.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Mentone, I actually saw you guys' tiny home before I even met you guys.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it behind the scenes before we started the podcast. That I was talking about seeing a tiny home right there in Mentone. And you're like, oh yeah, that's ours.
Yeah.
What were you doing in Mentone?
Just passing by.
Yeah, they have a nice beach there.
The beach house.
The beach house. The beach house.
You get a couple shots. You get a couple shots.
My portfolio is a little small right there.
Mentone Beach.
You didn't ask me about Mercedes, but it's fine.
Yeah, I've had a couple drinks there when I check in on the crew. We go there. We're like, hey, let's have a drink.
There are a couple bars right there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a Friday. Just
you're always there. Why you lying?
Drift over to Redlands and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Where can they contact you guys?
You guys can look us up online at www.luxemicroestates.com, and you can also look us up on Facebook, Instagram. We're all over. So
by looking at you guys on your Instagram page, has the links on there for.
It does, yeah.
Yep.
You can book.
Luxe Micro.
You can go to our Instagram. You can go to our website, and you can actually book a showing and a consultation at a show home near you, and just ask any questions, and also call us at our business number. One of our agents will help you guys out.
I'm looking at that Apple House. It looks pretty sick for a studio.
We got a lot.
Look at that Apple House, dude, for a studio. For a podcast room. Look at that.
He was just looking at it, dude.
We were thinking about that.
He was just mentioning that his father-in-law has some property, man. We can set up the studio over there, bro.
We can throw it on a trailer too, and you can move it wherever you want.
There's no pop-outs on that one, so that one's amazing to do podcast, studio, travel, move anywhere you like. Yeah.
And it's the way it looks. Imagine like Joshua Tree, do fucking.
That'd be sick too. That'd be sick.
Because we're trying to. I mean, we're within the next maybe during next year trying to expand, make this a little bigger. Because we also do recordings for bands in here.
Oh, cool.
So sometimes when we get all the band and shit, we gotta move some stuff out to make room and stuff.
Yeah.
We were in a smaller space before, but then we started doing recordings for bands.
Sometimes we get boy bands that want to dance, fuck around, and there's not enough room, and
just tell them to go outside.
That's cool. That was cool.
Yeah, they look really nice. Go check out the page. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at that you guys have programs for everybody, basically.
Literally,
so everybody's
everyone,
different. So.
Yeah, any circumstance or scenario that you're in, we'll walk you through it and tell you the best way to go forward. And
my wife's got better credit, and she just became a nurse. So
I like that.
Oh, nice.
I like that Premier Villa.
We're trying to get something.
The Premier Villa is like our most popular product.
Know.
It's 800 square feet. Yeah, and you could do like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in that thing. Do a master bath, and we do carports, porches, pitch roofs, stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely bigger than a trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. Check them out. Highly recommend. And we'll wait for a part 2.
Yeah, let's
do you guys have your personal IGs? I don't know if you guys want to leave those.
Yeah.
You guys said you were working on your personal as well.
Yeah, definitely. Follow me at Maxim_Ali_. And I actually do a lot of mentorship programs. I show people how to fix and flip. So I also show them how to leverage their credit and also borrow money in towards, flipping their first home and getting started. I'll walk you through your first 2 or 3 properties. So. Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna have to get in contact.
Yeah. No.
With these guys.
Let's
do
it.
Then real estate is huge. I mean, fix and flips alone. We look for flips that are anywhere around 40 to 50K net. Of course, a lot of our deals are somewhere around 50 to 100,000. So, and sometimes a little bit more. But it's just about understanding the market, trends, buyer behavior, stuff like that, and then just analyzing it. But that's what we do. We teach people how to get started. If it's not a tiny house, it'll be real estate, whatever form. So.
Yeah, Thank you for your time and
thank you.
It was a good podcast.
Yeah. Do you want to shout out your Instagram?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
My Instagram's _Giancarlo JIANCARLO_. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Before we end, how many states or countries have you guys visited?
A lot.
A decent amount.
We're this summer we're in Havasu, Tulum, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Where else?
I think we're going to Greece for my birthday.
Yeah.
And which one you guys want to go?
Which Greece? There's only one Greece.
No. Wait, which country is one that you guys want to go, but you guys haven't gone yet?
Ooh,
that's a good question. I think it just depends. I know for us it's different.
Yeah.
But we go together. So
yeah. We travel a lot together.
It's like,
business
hey, I'm
partners.
going. Let's go.
That's cool.
So then pick a different one from his. That would
we'll
go to both.
Yeah. I think we talked about Bali, right? Going to Bali.
Yeah, that's a far flight, but
the
he wants to go to Bali, but I'm like, because I flew to Italy a few years ago and the flight was terrible. It's like 12, 14 hours.
Ooh.
And it was bad. So now I'm like, I hate long flights now.
Might have to use some Amex points for the
first
class.
Yeah. It's because I was stuck in between an old lady and like 3 people this way, and I didn't want to tell her to get up. So the whole flight, I was holding my pee. I was like, I had to go pee the whole time, but it was really old lady.
You're sitting next to your grandma, and you're just like, I can't do that to you.
Because if you get up, you're just giving her a free show right there.
I know.
That's crazy. Oh shit.
Yeah, no. But
oh man.
I don't know. We're gonna go to Hawaii next.
Yeah,
definitely. That's the next one, probably within a month.
I actually haven't been to Hawaii, so for me, it's gonna be huge. He's been telling me about it, and I really, really want to go. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, maybe you guys can talk about your experiences out there for part 2.
Yeah, part 2. We'll do it at the tiny home.
Tiny home. That'd be sick.
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Cool. That'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah.
We're up for it. Just give us an invite and we're
gonna have to get one. We're gonna have to get one for a studio eventually.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it happen.
We will.
It's manifested here. It's recorded here.
We said it here. So.
Yep. We're gonna have to light some candles, do some voodoo or something. We're gonna make it happen.
Not with our program. We got you covered.
Yeah, because I saw the phone.
I mean, if you want me to sign you up to one of the programs and light a candle while I do it, I can do that too. That works.
That'll work.
Yeah.
See if you can prove
it. I'd be like a chicken head or something like that.
I mean, you guys could take this guy as a deposit or something.
Take him as a deposit.
That's right. Are we leaving with that?
Have him dig some trenches or something.
Next thing you know, we see him fanning them in Hawaii. They're just sitting down.
Like the little thing
from Madagascar.
yeah.
I don't recommend him as a bodyguard because he's left us.
He left it hanging too many times.
I had to work.
It's okay. My bodyguard got me kicked out of Project X. So.
I never knew that working was golfing, but.
Yeah.
No.
Networking.
Networking.
He was networking.
Just got to bring your phone. That's it. It's work.
It is job.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Sure.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Yeah.
It's been our pleasure to
See
be
you next time.
We're out.